1992, Susie bought a house in an Orlando suburb that she now co-owns with her son, Matt. Susie's decorated it with a water-inspired Key West theme. Now that Matt has moved into his own place, they both want to get an idea how much her work has affected the home's value.
Well, I'm a water girl. I grew up on the beach, and I tried to bring every bit of that into the house with the coloring, the sea motif, the sea life, anything and everything that could bring the house to life. Well, Matt and I talk about some of the things that I'm going to do to the house, but he doesn't have any say-so in it. That's mine. I purchased the house in 1992 for $80,000. I've put about $55,000 worth of renovations into the house. It's been fun, and I utilize every single room in the house. I'm thinking about putting another porch on the front. I don't have any idea what a new porch would cost.
Susie plans to tap into equity to pay for the project, and she'd like to think her house is worth at least $170,000 as is.
In this type of a neighborhood, homeowners and buyers are looking for things that have done above and beyond. Curb appeal, first and foremost, to get them in the home. And then once they're in the house, they're looking for upgrades in the flooring material, the kitchen, as well as all the appliances inside. One thing that I noticed when I walked up was that there was the two sets of doors. I didn't know which one was the front door. I would say maybe just create a natural pathway with just only one front door mat, and maybe a doorbell would work as well. And then people would know that's the door to go to. First impression's everything.
A new front porch might solve that problem, and a contractor has agreed to brave a sudden rainstorm to give Susie an estimate.
It's definitely feasible to complete this with the existing structure that you have. So something like that, I'd imagine we could do for about $12,000 to $15,000.
So what do you think, Matt?
It's just a lot of money.
We can bring that down a little bit to keep it under 10 would be a great thing. Do we have any other ideas that we could work off?
We can just actually build the pergola structure and cut the costs in half, at around $6,000.
But that's all in the future. What about the stuff Susie's already done?
Gosh, I have changed this thing a number of times, and I think I finally got it right. I did the hardwood floors.
I think it's an excellent touch. Buyers are really looking for the real wood. The fake stuff is just not going to cut it.
You bet. So another feature that I did is I put the grass cloth on the wall with the bamboo.
It's hard to get used to. It's just something that I would not have done personally.
As Matt's mentioning, it's a very personal touch. It looks like it's for keeping the consistency of the theme that we've been working on. But I do think that for the approach of selling it to a buyer, prospective buyers can look for a little bit more of a neutral aspect.
Right off the living room, there's a screen porch that Susie added on. Ralph knows that in Florida, bug-free living space is always appreciated.
I noticed that you're on the lake. Lakes in this type of community actually add quite a bit of value to your property. You're looking between $30,000 to $40,000 of added value.
She wants me to put in a long river-type pond going all the way down.
I think that's a fabulous idea. Today, the buyers are really looking for lifestyle. We're not selling any more brick and mortar like we used to. We're actually starting to sell lifestyle. So I think that would be a very good added value to the property.
What does Ralph think of the master bedroom?
It's very consistent. You've got a good theme going here. And were these floors always here as well?
Now, these floors were put in semi-recently, and I don't like how the colors do not match for the rest of the house.
That's one of the negatives I was going to say about the consistency. You have two different woods, and that's probably going to hurt you just a little bit. And this is very unusual for me to see a tub so close to a bed and open like that. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah, isn't it great? I took the door off because I got claustrophobic in there.
For a family of 2, 3, 4, with some kids, it's just going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So that would be a negative as far as the actual upgrades that we spent in this room.
Susie's made a lot of choices that reflect her personal style. Did she go too far?
Are you a little nervous?
A little nervous.
You have a very beautiful home,
Thank
and
you.
I'd like to go ahead and start off by pointing out some of the things I really enjoyed. The screen back porch really actually adds more living space to the Florida home, and you're going to get a lot of return on that. I love the lake. It's a great added feature. We just need to highlight it a little bit more. As much as I love the theme that you've got going with the Key West style, it's also eliminating a lot of the potential buyers that could look at the property. When I first pulled up, I noticed there was 2 sets of French doors, and I didn't know which one was the front door. The other thing that has a concern for me is that we do have several different types of flooring in the property. Another drawback there. What is your opinion of value?
Probably about 170.
Yeah, I agree.
If I were to go ahead and list your home today for sale, I would go ahead and list this property at
I can't wait.
$249,000.
Wow.
Oh, God, did you hear that?
That's amazing. That is amazing.
All that work we did, that's wonderful.
$249,000 is way more than 170, and Susie can probably afford just about any kind of porch she likes.
My only suggestion would be not to go all out with the wraparound porch and focus on what we talked about.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, thank you. That is awesome. You can start digging a pond.
Absolutely.